Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Come on, set, 50, play. Cut. Checked up.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A throw taken in by Hamilton. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch left.
To throw is Elway. He finds Howard complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And now out comes Houston. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So deep trouble here, backed up to their own 1-yard line for 2nd and long. From the end zone, Watson. He gets it to Cooks. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Now, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. There he goes inside the 30. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Noah Fant, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll try the draw. Lindsey. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. From the gun, it's Elway. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. They're all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Here we go.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. In that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. To throw is Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. The receiving numbers for Hopkins a week ago. 7 catches, 94 yards, and a score.
5th in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong category. I mean, if you're in the top 5 in anything, I don't care whether it's football or tiddlywinks, you're having a nice season.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, that's complete to Cooks. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 14. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more on that one and another first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the...
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans have taken the lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Check, 41.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, Elway. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DJ Reader in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Watson off play action. He finds Hopkins complete. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be...
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. On 4th down, Watson. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. On 1st down, it's Watson. He's got Fuller. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Watson looks to throw again. It's caught left side by Cooks. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Olison. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. They start on the ground with Pirine. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now a carry for Pirine. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Let's go, defense. Get off the field, defense.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and that'll bring up second down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. 23 yards the pickup there. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
So second and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans push further out in front. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson.
Reset. 19. Check, 47. Pick me up. Here we go.
The drive starts with a handoff to P-Rod. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on second down. Watson is going to fire one deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. It's another touchdown pass for...
Reset. 19. 47. Don't get nervous.
It's P-Ryan to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. They'll run it here with P-Ryan. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second and 9, Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. More problems here on third.
It's just me and you.
Now P-Ryan. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
Check the outs. Check the outs.
Out of the gun, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The end result, 21 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Mike, set. 19. We ain't giving up nothing today. Check.
Hey, 24. Hey, 31.
Orbit.
On first down, Watson. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Watch 98's the mic.
So we've come to halftime. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards on that one and also a Texan first down.
19. Mike's 59. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Here's P-Ryan. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Watson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Pass interference.
Now let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Again, here's P-Ryan. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Set. 19.
Mike's 47. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Third down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown and teams that look like they had a victory all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Go. 60 or. I don't think you got it, son. Watch it, shoot.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear.
That is
by the
one
time we have to leave the booth.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Shit.
Hey, 31.
Shit. Under 10. Under 10.
Watson on first down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance, and he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run again with Pirine. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Kill.
Another run by Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Elway. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
19! Check back 47. Right here. Alert flare.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 36, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Now Watson. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52. And this just won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working. I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Olsen. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14. Watson now to throw. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Had a bit of a lane there. Took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And able to work his way down to the 16. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
You got it. You got it.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
March 47. It's coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Mike, check, 59.
A toss play, here's Pirine. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 14 that time. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Oh, that is a... It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, it's Elway. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These